What happens when the strongest heroes and villains clash in epic battles you've never imagined? Welcome to Mythic Battleverse, where legends collide and you decide the victor. Be part of the battle. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and share your ultimate battle ideas in the comments. Let's shape the Mythic Battleverse together.
The skies above Eternia burned crimson as the fabric of reality tore apart. A swirling vortex of emerald energy split the heavens, howling like a wounded beast. From its depths, a monstrous figure plummeted, a mountain of emerald fury, fists clenched, eyes blazing with untamed rage. The Hulk had arrived. The ground quaked upon his landing, fissures spider-webbing across the plains of Eternia. Trees splintered, boulders vaporized into dust. The gamma-fueled behemoth rose, his chest heaving, his growl shaking the very foundations of the land. He did not know where he was. He did not care. All he knew was rage. Far away, in the towering halls of Castle Grayskull, the ancient stones trembled. The sorceress gasped, her vision clouded by a storm of destruction. She saw the green giant, a force of nature, an unstoppable tempest of raw power. And she knew, with chilling certainty, that only one warrior in all of Eternia could stand against him. He-Man, she whispered, her voice echoing through the mystic winds. Deep in the evergreen forests, Prince Adam felt the call. The sword of power at his side flared, its jewel pulsing like a heartbeat. By the power of Grayskull, he roared, and in an explosion of cosmic energy, Adam was no more. He-Man stood in his place. His muscles swelled, his armor gleamed, and his eyes burned with the resolve of a champion. But this was no ordinary foe. The sorceress's warning rang in his mind. He is not of this world. His strength knows no limit. His rage is endless. He-Man clenched the sword of power. Then I will match him. Meanwhile, Hulk rampaged. Villages lay in ruins behind him. The Eternian military, brave but hopelessly outmatched, had tried to stop him. Their tanks were crumpled like paper. Their weapons did nothing. Hulk smashed, and the world broke beneath his fists. Then a shadow fell over him. Hulk turned. There, atop a shattered cliff, stood He-Man, his cape billowing in the wind, his sword gleaming with the energy of 1,000 battles. "You don't belong here, stranger," He-Man boomed. "Stand down or be stopped." Hulk's lips peeled back in a snarl. Hulk, strongest one there is. The ground between them exploded as both titans leapt, fists drawn back. The moment their fists collided, the universe itself seemed to pause. A shockwave of pure force detonated between them, flattening the landscape for miles. The earth split open like a wound, molten rock spewing into the air. The skies roared in protest as storm clouds gathered, lightning lashing the battlefield. Hulk's punch had cracked mountains. He-Man had stopped it dead. The two titans strained against each other, muscles quivering, teeth bared in primal fury. Hulk's eyes burned with gamma-fueled madness, his breath hot as a forge. He-Man's grip on his sword tightened, veins bulging as he channeled the power of Grayskull. Hulk smashed Puny Man. The green Goliath bellowed, twisting his body and hurling He-Man through the air like a comet. The champion of Eternia crashed through 3 stone pillars before flipping mid-air and landing in a crouch, his sword carving a trench into the ground to slow his momentum. He looked up, just in time to see Hulk descending upon him like a meteor. Boom! The impact sent He-Man through the earth, the ground swallowing him whole. Hulk landed atop the crater, pounding his chest, his roar shaking the heavens. Then a golden light erupted from the depths. The rubble exploded outward as He-Man surged upward, his body wreathed in the mystic energy of Grayskull. His sword blazed like a star, and with a thunderous battle cry, he slashed. Hulk barely dodged, the shockwave of the swing carving a canyon into the horizon. The green brute snarled, retaliating with a haymaker that would have shattered a planet. He-Man blocked with the flat of his blade and was launched backward, skidding across the battlefield, his boots digging molten furrows into the stone. His arms trembled from the force. This monster was strong, but He-Man was stronger. Hulk charged again, a living avalanche of destruction. He-Man met him head-on, their fists colliding in a cataclysmic exchange. Each blow sent shockwaves rippling across Eternia. Each impact cracked the sky. Bones should have shattered, flesh should have torn. But these were no ordinary warriors. Hulk grabbed He-Man in a crushing bear hug, his muscles swelling as he squeezed with the force of a collapsing star. He-Man gritted his teeth, his armor groaning then. With a roar, he headbutted Hulk with the might of Grayskull. The Gamma Giant staggered, his nose bleeding green. Now, He-Man raised his sword high, the ancient runes along its length igniting with cosmic power. The winds howled, the ground trembled, the very air bent under the weight of the magic being unleashed. For the honor of Grayskull, a pillar of raw divine energy erupted from the blade, engulfing Hulk in a supernova of power. The Green Titan roared as the magic burned through his rage, peeling back the layers of his fury, forcing him to his knees. For the first time in eternity, the Hulk felt pain. Smoke curled from Hulk's massive frame as he knelt, his body steaming, his muscles twitching. His eyes, once filled with endless rage, now flickered with something else, recognition. He-Man stood before him, chest heaving, sword still glowing faintly. Yield, he commanded, not with malice, but with the authority of a true king. Hulk's fists unclenched, his growl softened, and then he nodded. The battle was over. As the Sorceress watched from the halls of Grayskull, she smiled. The warrior had proven himself once more, and somewhere, in the depths of the cosmos, a certain one above all observed and approved. He-Man stood victorious,